very, very minor leak. Like, it's not like it's pouring all over the place or anything. Yeah. And it's coming right out of the bottom of the hydraulic tank, so that should be fun. Working on the excavator, I just spent some time and built this great big oil drain pan. Because that is the source of the leak right there, right around those hose clamps. Now, I could just put proper clamps on there, but that hose, it's looking a little dry rotted, and there's even a damp spot midway. So it's either like put clamps on it now and hope it holds, or go through all the trouble of it right now when the excavator's already in the shop and I have time to fix it properly. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Hence the big drain pan. I'm gonna get all that oil drained out of there, and then I'm gonna go to Belleville and try and get a piece of rubber hose that same size and a couple proper clamps. So I hope the shut-off valve on this thing doesn't leak. There we go. Should pull the fill cap off. Maybe that'll let her come there a little faster. That stuff is pretty dark looking. I know it's got the red dye in it, but it's probably not a horrible decision just to change it. It's got a magnet on it. Not really much, a little bit of sludge. That's not bad. Hopefully it just doesn't leak. If you've ever seen Watch Wes work, he took one of these cages and tried to make a waste oil container out of it, and that was leaking all over the floor, and then he had a floor jack propping the whole thing up. Well, of course they're all different sizes. It wouldn't be any fun if they were all the same size. If you're not dropping tools in the drain pan, you're not really wrenching. Yes, there we go. And there's a bit of a barb on this end, and there's not on the side that was leaking. So I was able to get these clamps from the hydraulic place, and he said they're good for like 50 foot-pounds, so that'll be a lot better than those other clamps. They didn't have any of this, but the guy had a look at it and he said it should be fine, so I'll just clean that out and put it back on. Put that back in before I lose it. Yeah, like this is just it'd be real handy if I could just take that off. There she be. Well, there's an O-ring in there. I figured there'd be a gasket. I'm just trying to decide which way this thing would go back together the easiest. Probably should put the clamps on first. Really wish I had just taken that off in the first place. That went on so much easier than it did coming off. That looks not bad though. I'll put the oil to her, see if she leaks. Even got a new funnel today. These pails pour so much faster if those vents are poked out of them. So this excavator takes AW32 hydraulic oil. The stuff that's in it is red, and I guess it's just a dye. So if it's leaking, you can see the leak on the ground. As I'm watching dirt fall into the funnel, I'm thinking maybe it was a good idea to use the little screen that came with the funnel. So I did a little math the other day when I took this apart. I was curious how much oil this hydraulic tank held. So I measured the tank, and then I did a bit of calculating. Does that ever go down slow with that screen in there? And I think it holds about 60 liters. Right around 3 pails of oil, but that first pail was only part full. Okay, I'm taking that screen out. I don't have time for that. Also don't have time for broken down equipment. I didn't get her wound up in time. It's just to the top of that sight glass, but that's full, that's good. I ended up deciding to save this oil. This funnel has a little filter in it, so just ended up pouring it back in the pails, but I set it up on the trailer so I could fit the pail under the spout on it. And then I just wrote on there that's used and the date.